When I first started training horses, I remember being told to always keep to a routine. Always feed the horses at the same time every day. Always have the same routine as far as bringing horses in, putting horses out, even sometimes down to as minute as which stall the horse goes in, or as far as how the horse is handled. You have that routine, certain horses or certain halters for certain things. And there's something to be said for that as far as the routine, but there's also benefits to mixing up your routine. Not always feeding at exactly the same time every day. Not always having the same routine as far as when the horse is in, when the horse is out. Not always the exact same routine when you ride. As far as like, we're going to ride Monday and Friday, we're going to saddle up, we're going to ride down to the end of the road and then back. And if you do that all the time and your horse learns that routine, then when you change that routine, you create some issues with your horse. So there are benefits of some routines, like feeding generally the same time every day. If you don't, you can end up with some stomach issues, you can end up with some other issues, but there's also a lot of benefits to mixing things up. When we ride, we have our 50, 70, and 90% days. We change bits about every third ride. When we ride, we work on specific individual things, like Nighthawk, for example. He was pole resistant. In the last couple of rides, I worked on his pole resistance. And the rides before that, I was working on moving a shoulder, working on different parts. It wasn't like I was working on hip, shoulder, pole, the exact same routine every ride. We mixed it up between rides. And what will happen if you don't mix things up, your horse will learn the routine, and the horse will start to anticipate what comes next. It will start to anticipate when it's time to be done. I was talking to a trainer friend of mine, and he was having an issue with the horse with his left rollback. Working the fence, rolling back to the left. Every time he would roll back to the left, the horse would kind of lose it. And even went as far as having the eye checked out, thinking there was vision problems, thinking there was some physical problems. But after he kind of stepped back and thought about what was going on, he was doing pretty much the same routine. And after left rollbacks, or about that time, the horse was reaching, okay, it's time to be done, because of what his routine had been. And the left rollback issue, when he was trying to work the left rollbacks, in the horse's mind, he had in his mind that he should be done at that point. And that's really what it came down to be the problem. No eye issue, no physical issue, changing up the routine, and that problem went away. So when you're working with your horse and you're having a problem with something as simple as a left rollback, maybe the horse doesn't want to turn right, just whatever that thing might be, think about your routine. Think about what's going on in that horse's mind. I just recorded a video on understanding your horse's personality. Understand what's going on in your horse's mind so that you can rule out physical issues. I know I've made quite a few videos where I said this is not a physical issue, and because I know what's going on in that horse's head, I can feel what's going on in that horse's body, I know the routine that brought about that issue, I'm able to rule out a physical issue, and I know that it's a mind issue. So think about what's going on with your horse when you're having a problem. Think about the routine that horse has, and think about what has built to that issue. And with many of the horses that come here with a problem, the problem was created by the owner with a specific routine that the owner didn't even realize they were doing. I remember there was a horse in the wash rack a few weeks ago. The owner when the owner would spray the horse on the back legs, the horse would move away and the owner would stop and wasn't even thinking about what was going on. Those little tiny things like that, your routine. We're going to get the horse out. We're going to do this one thing. We're going to ride for 30 minutes every day. And sometimes with your routine, you might only have 30 minutes to ride, but you need to make sure that you mix in with those 30-minute rides some hour-long rides. Otherwise, when you get close to that 30 minutes, your horse is going to think it's time to stop, which is the issue that he was having with the left rollback. And routines, somewhat of a routine, somewhat varying routines. You need some of both. If you always have the exact routine, doing the exact same way, exact same routine with your riding, you're going to create some problems. So think about what's going on with your horse. Think about what created the issues that you're having with your horse, and many times just changing the routine is going to fix that problem. So think about that, and I'll put a link here somewhere to the Wash Rack Wednesday playlist. Until next time, thank you for watching. The horses that you see in these videos are all horses that have been sent to me for training. If you want to talk to me about sending your horse for training, you can message me at rideslide@hotmail.com and we'll talk about it.